How's it going, everybody? Rye here today, and we are back with our NHL 22 Hut Road to Glory, our no money spent road to bread. And guys, sorry I haven't gotten a video up lately. I've been awfully busy. Yesterday was, in fact, my birthday, so it's kind of been a lot going on here, but I want to say thank you guys so much for the support on the series. It's encouraging me to jump back in, get back in there, and you know what? I just thought about it this series. You guys don't necessarily play every day. You don't have all the free time in the world. I mean, I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I have a day job, so one of the other things that I wanted to mention was that, yeah, I can only play so much, and I feel like that might give a better representation of how much you guys can play. You're busy with either work or other things as well. But guys, can we get this video to 10 likes? It's an exciting episode. I'm glad to be back, and I'm ready to bring it to you guys. Also, it is Movember, and I'm fundraising as part of the Movember Foundation to help support men's health, prevent men's suicide, and help stop prostate cancer and testicular cancer from killing men too soon. So also, if you are new, make sure to subscribe. The links are in the description for everything that I'm talking about here. But guys, here we go. We've got our squad battles rewards, and to be honest, I'm liking the squad battles stuff a lot more than the rivals stuff. I mean, I almost don't want to play rivals other than the fact that I would get the Hut champs, but you know, we're getting 10,000 coins just for playing a few games against the AI. Like, I'll 100% take that. So we're going to start with the middle of the pack here, and so far, not getting really anything good. These are tradable though, and there we go. We get Jake Allen as a potential goaltender, and we are going to look to potentially switch up our goaltender here in a minute. You guys mentioned at the end of the last episode that Mackenzie Blackwood was very, very good for you, so I'm going to look into that. But at the very front of this pack, we're going to pull in Evgeny Malkin, ladies and gentlemen. He's a perfectly well-rounded center card, the 85 speed, 86 shot, 88 hands, 85 checking. He doesn't get knocked off the puck. And he's going to slot right in there, I think, on the third line. I could put him somewhere else. We do pull a Miles Wood, Tyler Bertuzzi, a Team of the Week, Ruzicka, and then Sharon Govich, but I think that was his name. Anyway, Malkin's the one that matters here. I mean, 85 speed, 86 wrist shot accuracy, 71 on the faceoffs aren't great, so he'll play on the wing. He's got very good hands. Obviously, he's a bigger body, too. He's not going to burn people with speed, but he is physically strong and is not going to get nudged off the puck, which is something I have enjoyed using. Ilya Sorokin, who's had a great start to the season so far. We pull him there. Joel Farabee, we pull him yet again. We meet again. Miro Heiskanen is a pretty good card that, you know, low overall, but could be useful. We pull in Anthony Cirelli, I think, again. But there we go, guys. So the squad battles rewards have been pulling way, way better than our rivals rewards. I mean, we got the Seth Jones from squad battles rewards, and now we get Evgeny Malkin, who's going for about 15, 16K, somewhere in that range, depending on the time of day. I'm going to go ahead and look here to see if he has an X Factor. Newsflash, he does not have an X Factor. It's only Sidney Crosby's the only Penguin. Well, at least only Penguin center, I should say. I think Chris Letang has an X Factor too, and it's kind of disrespectful to say Chris Letang's more of an X Factor than Evgeny Malkin, but unless there's no Malkin cards on the market. But anyway, here we are at the lineup, guys, and what we're going to do is I'm going to replace Carey Price with Mackenzie Blackwood. You guys said Mackenzie Blackwood has been great for you. He's been a really, like, budget beast, so I actually want to see how he does, and I think, you know, after a couple games, I've played a few games. You'll get to one later in this episode. I think we might sell Carey Price, and Carey Price is going for 30K, guys. 30K for Carey Price, a goalie. I mean, I don't spend any money on goalies. So 30K would get us up to 40K and really, really be useful. We could get closer to upgrading Matthews, even closer to upgrading Patrick Kane, who's awfully close. Or we could save it up for Pasternak, too. I'm thinking about buying their base cards. But you guys can see here, ankle breaker, superstar ability for Gino there. And I was just trying to see who's the best on faceoffs. I think we're going to leave it there. But as you guys also mentioned at the end of the last episode, is I should upgrade David Pasternak. And I think I'm going to. I am going to. I'm not thinking. I know I'm going to do it. I've already done it. Sorry about that, guys. I am going to upgrade David Pasternak, and his card is absolutely nasty. We're just one tier away from that 87 tier where we need to buy his base card, but he's got that applesauce synergy, which is super nice. That'll be active for him. He's playing with Matthews and McKinnon. You know, I'm trying to see play around here. We don't need as many applesauce synergies as we have active. Maybe could go start to look for getting well-rounded or Thief active, right? Thief, now we have 2 of those now that I moved Nick Suzuki to that. As I accidentally back out a little bit too far. You guys can see here, though, I mean, here's the lines. They're just so nice with McKinnon, Matthews, Pastrnak. I almost want to move Matthews to the wing because the speed of McKinnon and the ability to dangle as well as he can through the neutral zone will be so useful of getting into the zone. But you guys can see Patrick Kane does have a new tier up to 87 there, so it would cost 2 power-up collectibles or 50,000 coins, and that card looks really freaking good. I think he's the perfect second liner for us. Obviously, we could still upgrade Ray Ferraro eventually, but that's just for now. And then we can see here our defensive core looking pretty much the same. I'm honestly just messing around trying to find some synergies that can be changed. I don't think I'm going to. There's no point in it. But one guy we could go after is potentially Alex Petrangelo's X Factor card. That would be something worthwhile, perhaps. But you guys can see Kaprizov does have a new tier there. I'm trying to figure out, do I want to move Malkin up or do I want to move anybody up or down? I think these are the lines that they're going to stay with. And you guys can see there, that new tier, he's going to get a +1 and a bunch of really, really nice stats. Patrick Kane, we still need to upgrade him as well to his base card even, to that 85. So Evgeny Malkin looks very good. I just think the shot and the speed are perfect for a third liner. Patrick Kane is really good. I know he's only an 84 right now, but we can upgrade him in the future. But there we go, guys. We got Blackwood and then still Lemieux back there. And then our head coach is Isaac MacArthur with the Magician synergy just to get us all 4 of those active still. This is the most synergies I've ever had active personally. But here we go, jumping into the gameplay in today's episode, and you can see my opponent has 3 X Factors, Stamkos, Bartzell, and Aho. So that's quite a few X Factors to be active. That is a lot of ability points, and I'm in the boat that unless it's a game-changing ability, a zone ability, you just do the superstar abilities. They smaller gains, right? Anyway, I had to change my camera angle there because it was still safe from when I was doing my franchise mode episode. But here we go, Patrick Kane, speaking of him this episode, is going to get on the breakaway and do the flip, and we score it. The first goal of the game comes here in the second period. After my opponent tried to go D to D, Patrick Kane read it. He was there. He was on it. I did change some of my strategies, so now I'm on high pressure and staggered. So he might have thought that was open, but Patrick Kane was just close enough to get that one. So I'm actually really liking a lot of my strategies. If you guys want to see me go over my strategies, let me know, because I don't in any way pretend I'm the best. As you guys can clearly see, letting that cross crease go through. I mean, Ferraro even settled it. Maybe Carey Price gets there, but really that's not one that I'm going to blame the goalie, right? Like, if you expect your goalie to make every save, like, obviously there's saves they should make, you can get upset about, but it happens. Sometimes you benefit from those too, so I tend not to blame the goalies too much and blame more of my defense there, because I probably could have done better preventing that cross crease, because we had enough people there. Something should have given. Anyway, can't blame the goalie for this one either. I got to stop passing it out. That's simple as that. I just really can't be passing these pucks out like this, especially here halfway through the third period. And with just 8 minutes to go or something like that, we're down 2-1 because I gifted my opponent one here. Like, I've been not getting too much pressure on me. My opponent's been doing okay, but really no threatening chances. But yeah, this is not an editing error, guys. This is straight up, I am gonna pass it there with Patrick Kane. A little bit lucky, right? I'm gonna score, get the, with just, what is that, 10 seconds later, 17 in-game seconds later. We get that one a little bit lucky, I think, to get that puck back. But I mean, his guy was completely turned around and went off his back. I picked it up. Patrick Kane's there on the back door and gets his second of the game. So Patrick Kane looking very good. Next, we're gonna leave it uncut again. Pastrnak picks it off this time, and I don't have any of his abilities active. I think I will have his ankle breaker active at some point, but just not, right now is not that time. So anyway, we're going to go back to the point to Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo goes back to McKinnon. I do behind the net. I do try and cycle as much as possible. The puck goes there. It's loose. Pastrnak picks it up, and McKinnon squeezes it in the side there. I don't know how he got that in there. We'll take a look at that here on the replay, but that pass to Matthews. Matthews does get the nice poke check, or that, I guess the stick check in there to knock that puck off right there. He runs away. There's no defenders even in the area, and I got 2 guys rushing to that puck. Pastrnak lays it off to McKinnon, who slots that thing in really tight. And here we go, guys. With just 1 second to go, we are going to win it 3-2. And really, the one goal my opponent scored was because I passed it out. So If I hadn't have passed that out, we might not have needed that second goal there from McKinnon. But I don't think we're going to get very high on the Rivals rewards this week. So we probably are not going to have a very good pack opening. But I think I will do Squad Battles pack opening because I can play those for another day. But you guys can see the shots there. 15-14. It was really, really close. 3-2 is the final. But here we go. We'll take a look at my opponent's X Factors. And there's 4 X Factors. Barzal, Aho, Stamkos, and Pietrangelo. And Pietrangelo's shutdown ability is kind of why I was thinking about buying Pietrangelo's X Factor. We have his base card, right? So it totally could be worth it. And you guys can see here, I subscribe to the theory that I want as many superstar abilities. Now I'm going to get rid of Kuznetsov because he's playing on the 4th line. I don't need his superstar abilities when I can have David Pasternak's. But guys, we're going to go check out real quick. Check out that McKinnon goal that he somehow squeaks it in here. So you guys can see there, loose puck, slides it over to McKinnon, who then takes the shot here. There's not a lot to shoot at. Can he squeeze it in there? He can, and it goes off the underside of the glove and the end of the pad on Demko. And I think it went off the post too, but he somehow squeezes that thing in there. I didn't know if it glitched, but it did not. So thankfully it just went in there as is. But there you go, guys. That's all the time I have for this one. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.
It's a free for all.